This is the next new game from Clifftop Games, point-and-click adventure, published by Rawfury. I gotta thank those guys at Rawfury. They sent me over a code so I can check it out today. Let's dive in and have a look. Game uses automatic save. Decisions are permanent, so make your choices carefully. Game also contains occasional fast flashing images which may cause discomfort and trigger seizures if you have photosensitive epilepsy. Okay.
So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nord Sunday, you better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Hello, Joe.
Shit.
Nordson's Workshop Hall.
You there. This is a restricted crime scene.
At ease, Constable. I'm Vera, your superior briefed you about me, right? Into Department. Vera England, Central Bureau.
Vera England, Central Bureau.
Oh, you're Agent England. Sorry for shouting at you. I'm Gabriel.
Apology accepted. Now, brief me, please.
Certainly, ma'am. The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33, stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who's sitting over there by the window.
Got it.
Alright, so Vera's personality. Vera kind of has 3 distinctive personality traits: empathic, assertive, and analytical. Your choices will influence all 3, affecting the course of the story and the tools at your disposal. Advancing one personality trait always weakens the other 2, so make choices carefully. Okay, so you basically got to try to make I mean, you've got something like cybernetic implants, and I guess based on which of the traits you go for, you're going to have different abilities available to you, right? Which is kind of interesting. So obviously there's going to be multiple ways to go through to deal with a lot of the challenges and the puzzles based on this.
Sorry about the state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
We're not used to this sort of thing. I get it, but I gotta tell you, this isn't up to par. Followed my lead, or evidently the entire room would have been evacuated. Stay clear of the body. Would have decreased the risk. Don't worry about it, Constable. This looks quite typical. Okay. Hello, FFG. Hello, FFG.
I get it, but I gotta tell you that this isn't up to par. Follow my lead, alright?
Will do, ma'am. Happy to assist in any way you need.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here.
I'll be here. I'm not going to move. So obviously, this is your classic point and click, right? Right. This choice was amplified Vera's assertive side. There will be many instances like this, strengthening one's personality trait in the expense of the other 2. Okay, so basically, even not just a conversation, depending on the option you choose, is going to push one side or the other. So I guess you got to decide early which one, like which like personality trait you're really going to go with, right? And then you can try to choose those sort of answers, right?
So, is this where you use your X-ray vision?
My what?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics.
I just am good at what I do. I love to talk about that, but I'd be breaking the rules. Central Bureau has a strict no-comment policy on those type of inquiries. So yeah, so you got 3 different options. Each one is kind of pushing a different sort of direction, right?
I'd love to talk about that, Gabriel, but I'd be breaking the rules.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
Use your left mouse to walk around. Hey, look, just press space and hold to display interactors in the room. So, click on an inventory item, drag it to come out of other things. Okay, so we do have
My
like
picture of Alex. I miss him.
classic point and click, right? We've got abilities here. We've got scanner, analyzer, muscle boost. Can I boost the volume? Boost the speed up. I'm glad this. I mean, for a basic game like it is, I'm very glad it's got separate volume sliders for speech, right? Turn the music a little bit down and move the volume for the voices up, right? One down, one up. Okay.
Looks pre-collapse. Basically a glorified corner lamp.
That's better.
There's a coin slot on the side with a coin stuck in it. I can probably pull it out using some extra strength.
Right, extra strength is probably going to be a muscle boost. What are these tools that we got? Hang on, we got a
My service
handgun.
pistol. It fires conventional projectiles using magnetic propulsion. It's loaded with 600 rounds of compressed alloy ammunition. The battery is the limiting factor, lasting for about 80 shots in quick succession.
Alright. A notebook. Your notebook contains 2 sections, notes and people. You can click the arrow in the corner to switch between the 2. Alright, so you can show your inventory items during the dialogue simply by clicking on them. Right, so notes and people. So Carl.
The reason I'm here. I need to gather as much evidence as possible and try to get some kind of lead on the killer.
Alright.
Carl Oscarson, murdered at age 33. He had a job as a carpenter in the Nordson workshop hall. Gabriel seems like a straight shooter. A competent, no bullshit cop.
Alright, drag and drop the scanner to move it around. Anomalies viewed through the lens will light up in bright colour. The scanner is now in smart scan mode, where forensic anomalies are detected from the surrounding environment. Alright, so... Oh, okay. Oh, look, it's okay. So you see blood on the body. You see blood on the body, and obviously he's got blood on his hand as well. Obviously because he found the body, right? So, deceased male, blood type B. Estimated time of death, T-minus 6 hours, DNA prints and blade shape added to the data vault. Right. Collected scanner samples will be added to the data vault and can be attached to the scanner for a targeted search. Unlike the smart scan, samples will allow detection in areas with a lot of contamination, such as picking up specific fingerprints in a room full of prints. Keep in mind that you won't find any new samples this way, so remember to use smart scan 2. Alright. Alright, okay, so the blade shape. These are the things we scan, so if we click that, it's gonna be we're gonna be looking for stuff that matches that the blade shape, right? So maybe if we kind of, I think maybe if you looked scanned, if you find a weapon, you could probably use that to confirm if it is the weapon or something, I guess. I was bio. Matching DNA. Okay, so basically that's kind of confirmed that it did Carl's blood is on. It is Carl's blood on his hand, right? Right. So basically, the smart scan will just scan everything, and when you analyze it, it will kind of show what it is, and at the top it is what it's found, and you can move on from there. Right. What else we got? Biometric analyzer. Your biometric analyzer will automatically lock onto nearby targets. Alright, well, when I clock onto my targets, you can also click on the icon of the target to force the analyzer to stay connected. Alright, I guess that's going to be an icon that's underneath my camera box. Lastly, the biometric output can display emotional anomalies during dialogue. Click on them to make them known to Vera. Okay, so if you kind of ask, like he's relaxed at the moment, right? If you kind of ask him a question and his heart rate's towards a spike, you can click on it maybe, and it'll talk to him about it. See if we talk to him while with that up.
Gabriel.
And see if it changes.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to tell. I grew up here in Nordson, and all my family is here. The commissary is my uncle. He's always been the one who encouraged me to become a policeman.
So, how long have you been a cop?
8 years now.
Wow, 8? Must have started young.
Yep, started as a trainee at age 16.
I see.
Alright.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
Well, we'll remember to turn it on when we speak to the
A
witness.
row
over
of
here,
personal
right?
lockers for the workers here.
Let's try to get the coin out of here with my muzzle boost. Muzzle boost increases your strength for a limited time. Interact with your target before the time runs out, or you'll need time to recharge. Right, so we use the muzzle boost. Now we can probably get the coin out.
Got the
Yeah.
coin.
So we got 3 more abilities down there as well. 3 more augments. I wonder if the
It's an old pre-collapse coin. No one would accept it as payment today.
I wonder if these different 3 different skills. I guess there's a possibility that these 3 skills might be tailored to the personality traits, right? So when you have the different personalities sides you're pushing, they might lead to different skills, right? Alright, let's question this guy. Let's check out the corpse first.
Alright, we've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest. I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket.
Oh.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant.
Alright. Alright, let's stick on our biometric analyzer before we talk to Carl over here. Be quick and to the point. He doesn't look happy to be here. Take your time to console the distressed man. So obviously, or begin to asking about his bloody hands. Looks can deceive. If he's guilty, stalling would give him a chance to come up with a lie. Right. So he's anxious. I mean, so the same with the different personality traits. Each answer is kind of pointing to a different one, right? Now he's supposed to be. I don't know if he's just a co-worker, isn't he? I think he's just a co-worker, right? We'll console him first.
Hey there. What's your name?
I'm Alfred, Carl's friend. Well, we were friends. Now he's gone.
Are you doing okay? Do you have somebody to talk to after this?
I'll be okay. Please just ask your questions so I can go home.
Asking about Carl first.
Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused this shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
Alright.
What's your opinion on the policeman over there?
Gabriel is a good man. He's been a cop in Nordsund for quite a while.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early from my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info.
Alright.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
You show him the photo.
Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that
detected.
old.
Quick, click it.
At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess the guy aged well. Any other questions?
Right, so we clicked it. We clicked the thing, and now we got maybe different options. So logically explain that he has nothing to gain by being deceptive. Be stern about it. He's clearly being dishonest. Right, appear to his
Look,
conscience.
I got this job because I have great instincts, and I know that you were lying to me. Maybe you're doing it for a good reason, or to protect someone. But all I want is to catch Carl's murderer. If you had nothing to do with what happened, you need to come clean now, for both of your sakes.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. Well, the lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, was, I suppose.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay, we got a mystery woman added to our journal. What else we got? An antique coin, photo of. Can we show him a photo of our boyfriend?
No, that's private.
Oh,
I won't show that to just anyone.
why not? Show him the gun.
No reason to show him my sidearm. I don't want to share that with him.
Show him everything, right? Show him our notes.
I don't need to write down anything about him.
Oh.
I don't need to write down anything about him.
Yeah, so you saw when he got anxious, you could tell he was lying because we had the scanner. If we didn't have the scanner, we probably wouldn't have seen that, right? I'm guessing we wouldn't have seen that if we didn't have the scanner. They
Are
did
those
say.
personal lockers for the workers here? Not sure which one belongs to Carl.
Yeah, he did mention. Oh, there we go. We got a new note about his locker. So he did mention the lockers. Him going there to get his smokes. Maybe now she's added like Carl's locker to the notebook. We can ask him which one is Carl's locker, right?
A few more questions, if I may.
Yeah, we can ask him which one is Carl's locker.
Hey, do you know which one of these lockers belongs to Carl?
Yeah, it's number 2, second from the left.
Okay, I'll check it out. Is there an extra key for it somewhere?
I don't think so. As far as I know, Carl had the only one.
All right. Wait, you scribbled out. Damn it!
That's enough questions for now.
You scribbled out the on there. Oh, there it is. We can try to open it. We can ask the detective about it as well. Ask about the key.
Locked. Doesn't look incredibly strong, though. I might be able to get it open with enough force.
Ah, we can use that muzzle boost and get it open again. Hang on, let me just tweak this a bit more. I'd rather if the voice is loud. You know, clearly louder than anything else, right?
Gabriel,
Yeah?
That's better. Can we ask him about the locker? No, we can't. We can't ask about a woman.
do you know anything about a woman who was seeing Carl?
I'm afraid not. I didn't know Carl myself.
All right.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very
go.
well, Agent.
Super strength.
Please try not to wreck the place.
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open.
Right, we use our scanner on it first. Oh. Soil contents, traces of flora, saffron crocus. Body print added to Daredevil.
I could go and follow up on the saffron lead now. but I should check out the dormitory first.
Right, so we got a boot print in our notes now, so we can actually scan that, right?
A pair of large boots with dirt under them.
Right. So maybe we can figure out where the boot print goes. We can maybe figure out where he was going at night.
There was a piece of paper in one of the inner pockets. I could go and follow up on the Saffron lead now, but I should check out the dormitory first.
Right, dorm. So what is in the...
The note looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses."
Okay. So, let's go to the dorm then. Let's go check out the dorm.
Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Alright, turn left,
Gotcha.
go straight.
Be right back.
Wait, she turned right. She turned right, not left. Right, bag, bunks, desk, vent tube, chest. Make a scan. Make a scan the area for anything. Right.
Both beds look recently used. Dirty laundry. Smells like machine oil.
Oh.
Huh. Odd place for a ventilation duct. Clean clothes and sheets. Nothing interesting. Pens and paper. Nothing out of the ordinary. Sure, I could try to use brute force, but I'd risk damaging what's inside.
Shouldn't you scan closest objects when you scan stuff? Well, not really. I mean, I don't think so. You can scan it. When was outside? We were scanning from totally opposite side of the screen. The thing. I don't think so. I mean, it will spot up anything. Anything you're seeing, I'm guessing it will probably spot. You know, I think you need to be in proximity to sort of pick it up, right? I guess. I think. Yeah. That looks like a. It looks like marks on the floor. Hang on. So maybe this. Hang on. Maybe this is where the thing is coming. Because we saw the smart scan's not finding nothing. It looks like there's something on the floor. Do you think that's potentially if we hone in on the boot print? Maybe these here are the boot prints. We see some marks on the floor, right? Maybe. Hello, Red Dog. Right, okay, so we found Carl's bed. So Carl's bed was the is the bottom one. We know that we know that, right? And that's Carl's bag. Oh look, there we go. So as Carl's opened that cupboard. It was saying there was nothing in the drawer, though, didn't it? So
Nothing else in there. I've looked there already.
I mean, there's got to be something in here, right? How are you doing, Red Dog? What else we got? Hang on. Maybe there's something else where. Let's have a scan around us elsewhere. So we got his bed. We marked his bed. We've marked the bag. The desk. Ah, okay. So his fingerprints are on the...
There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct.
Okay, do you reckon... He's obviously going to have something hiding in here, I reckon, right?
The panel is screwed on tight. I'll need some way of getting it loose.
Am I doing okay? Have you also enjoying the sun and warm temps? Wait, what? It's still warm today? Oh... So looking at this, we're basically the dot is here, so we're pretty much leaning towards empathic and a bit assertive, right? So we're kind of over here. This is like your personality traits. So as any conversation options you're choosing, you're kind of moving your personality in one way. We're going up to empathic, which makes sense. You know, empathic. That's probably right. I think that'll work. So we do have another note in our book in there, so we need to find something to open up with. So maybe we can have a look at have a word with the dude again.
I already searched.
Now we know we need a screwdriver. We can maybe look into stuff again. Maybe we'll find something. No.
Nothing else.
Right, let's go and try to go ask him. Tell him we need a thingy. If you know what I mean. So if we ask some of these guys about that new option, maybe they'll tell us how. Give us
Gabriel.
something.
Yeah?
We've got a couple of new things we can ask people about now.
Do you know anything about saffron plants?
I know we grow them here in Nordsund, but I'm not sure exactly where. We have vegetables all over.
Wait, you put out a bumblebee house? Nice.
Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
Not really. The foreman collected all of the tools and locked them up after the murder.
Alright.
Okay, that's all I...
Very well, Agent.
Maybe he'll know, right?
A few more questions, if I may. Do you know anything about saffron plants?
Nope. I know we grow them in Nordsund, but that's it.
Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
Well, okay, I have one. I'll need it back, though.
Sure, thanks.
Yay! Alright, we got a screwdriver. We gotta bring it back to him, though, right?
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Okay. You made a bee house, stuffed it with cat hair, wool, shredded cotton, wood chips, and warm stuff. Oh, lovely old bees. Right, use screwdriver with the tube. Let's do it. Alright, what we got?
There was a small key hidden inside the duct. I think I'm almost done here. I should just talk to Gabriel before I go. It's the screwdriver that Alfred lent me. A small, unique-looking key.
Alright. I mean, this wasn't locked,
I've
was
looked
it?
there already. I've looked there.
Right. I'm gonna go and we'll go and give him the give me a screwdriver back, shall we?
A few more questions.
Should we be nice and give it back to him?
That's enough questions for now.
Or should we keep it?
Okay.
Here's your screwdriver back.
I'll give it back.
Thanks for lending it to me.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
At least we know where he is, right? So if we need the screwdriver again, we can get it again off him. Maybe we ask him if he recognizes
Any
this key.
idea of what this key opens?
Nope, haven't seen a key like that before.
Alright.
Hey, I think I'm done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable. Do you have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to work.
Very well. I'll let them know.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside. You'll see it.
Got it. See you later.
Right, so when we go and try to find him, we've got his boot print, so we can kind of find out where he went by looking at his boot print, right? I guess. Workshop hall, we got West, policeman, worker, rack, elevator, town center, museum. Go.
Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
Oh, she's funny. You're a detective basically. It's like a point-and-click adventure. You're a detective with like some cybernetic implants. Like we've got these icons on the bottom are like implants. And we started out just solving a murder. I mean, other than that, we come to this town to solve a murder, and outside of that, we don't really know it. But this is kind of in a sci-fi noir sort of setting, like Nordic noir. I think they kind of labeled it as. And all AI is kind of banned in this world. Like AI is kind of banned. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. And we're just like a detective, right? Alright. Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage? We don't know.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
Alright, so we can't go in a museum. Yeah, as I said, she's got these different tools. I mean, she's got this muscle boost, which gives her a bit of extra strength. This scanner, or this biometric analyzer. So when you're talking to people with this, you see
I'll
their...
leave her to her job for now.
Yeah, you see their rhythm, their biometric rhythm. So if they kind of become agitated, or you can kind of spot when there's any irregularities or lying, right? And you got a scanner. You can kind of scan around all like anomalies. I mean, I've got these three things I found on the body. Like we see the shape of the blade that killed him. Carl's DNA, who's the guy that was murdered, and a boot print of his. So if we find a boot print, we can match it up with this, and we know he's kind of been somewhere. You know what I mean? So if we enable this while we talk to the copper, you know what I mean? So we talk to the copper.
Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder victim. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going upstairs.
I see. I'll go find him and come back later then.
Sounds good, Agent.
Yeah, so you see his... If he kind of lied... When we was talking to the worker, he became agitated when we were speaking to him, and it gave you the option to click on the irregularity, and you pretty much said to him, I know you're lying, sort of thing, right? Which is kind of cool.
Doesn't look like I can enter the museum.
Right. Not yet, so we can go to... Check out the wreck.
Looks like an old hovercraft.
Oh. Old hovercraft. Nice.
I don't need to go down to the ground right now.
Right, let's go west. So we're basically going to try to go to the cop shop. I guess it's worth keeping that on when you're talking to people, because you can kind of tell, you can kind of spot when when there's something odd going on, right? Town entrance, alright. It's kind of a bit of a weird place, right? It's like perched on It's like a city's in the sky or something. It looks like a bloody a long way down, right? Oh shit, wrong way. Tower edge. Oh, town square we gotta click on, I think. East. Alright, this way. Ah!
Alright, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Right, that's that one over there. Right, we got a canteen. Tower just to get back to where we was, right? Let's start in the canteen.
Robot? Drilling machine? Space rocket? I have no idea, honestly. Looks like it's filled with different kinds of spare parts. Various handbooks for the typical day-to-day stuff. Looks like an old filing cabinet. Not sure what it's used for.
Oh yeah, then cook.
Weekend's coming up. Great, huh?
Looks like you've got a head start.
All shoes repaired, all coats patched up. That's when you call it a day. Finish your work fast and you get the best food rations. Oldest trick in the book.
I get it. Well, enjoy your time off.
Gotta rest my mind, stranger. Have a long weekend shift ahead of me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your time off. 3 plastic trays. Good number.
3 cups.
A few identical coffee cups. They don't look quite as clean as they should be.
3 trays, 3 cups.
A neat stack of plates. Matching cutlery is nowhere to be seen.
Service entrance.
I think they deliver groceries through there.
Oh, scan, man. Can we? Smart scan. See, smart scan will just look for anything kind of unusual. Right. There's a
Looks
bush.
a bit overgrown. Could use some trimming.
Scan it. I think I'm probably being going a bit OTT with this scanner. I don't think we need it quite as much as I'm using it, right? Maybe.
That's some strong stuff he's smoking, whatever it is. Hey, I'm Vera Englund, Special Agent.
Ah,
Oh, I heard about you.
achievement.
I'm Rolf, the plant master of Nordsund.
A plant master? What's that?
A foreman of sorts. I oversee a team of gardeners who tend to our shared crops.
Got it. I have a few questions, if you don't
Gardeners.
mind.
So maybe he knows about the
Sure.
flowers, right?
Go right ahead.
He might better tell us where the flowers are.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Not really. But like many other people, we had some contact in our work.
Okay. What was your impression of him?
Nice guy. Too
Nice
nice.
guy.
I'd even go so far as to call him gullible. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what got him killed.
That's so. You think he trusted the wrong person?
I'm just thinking out loud here, but yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
The cop? Can't say I enjoy his company. Last time we met, he gave me a couple of nasty bruises.
Resisting arrest?
That'd certainly be how he'd justify it.
Alright.
I'm trying to find a woman that Carl Oscarson was involved with. Know anything about that?
No, I don't stay updated on gossip like that.
Okay.
What do you know about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Almost nothing. I just heard half an hour ago. Damn shame.
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
Perhaps.
Oh.
What would this gentleman have to gain from that piece of information?
Please, no, not a time. don't you want justice for the 2 murder victims? Wait, 2 murder victims? Who's the second one? Let's just say I'll be your friend for a while, buddy. You wouldn't want it any other way. The behavior suggests that you're a hustler, one with scruples in a low supply. Cooperating would make sure your business is left alone. Okay. I mean, all of the talking choices, as I said, you've got each kind of one is following a specific sort of character trait, right?
Please, now is not the time. Don't you want justice for the 2 murder victims?
Man, here comes the guilt trip. I suppose those poor people deserved better. Now, 2 places come to mind.
Right.
The greenhouses to the south, and a few crops near Mimir Road.
Mimir Road. Where's that?
North of the town square. Look for 2 large farming robots standing around.
All right, got it.
Alright, so we got a location of the plants. Mimir Road. Alright.
Okay, that's all I need.
Obviously, there's nothing suspicious
Alrighty.
in talking
See you
to him.
around.
Everything was normal. Alright. It said north of town square, didn't it? So, what else we got? We'll walk away around. So we got oh, Mimir Road's there. So that's where. Okay.
Looks like a small wind turbine for electricity.
Check out the school.
I don't have any business in the
Oh.
school. Nice and shiny. I can even see my reflection in it.
Oh, can we scan any prints? Can we see blueprints?
I don't have a reason to enter the clinic right now.
Let's go to a cop shop first.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see.
I'm here!
Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth. And this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
Luggage.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there are some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings.
Oh.
The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay, that's where we just was, right?
I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later.
She wants to meet in
Oh,
the evenings
but
on the
I
balcony where we
have to
found the
ask.
pot man.
Tell me, how was it for you?
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation. The nanofluid injection.
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
I felt an amazing sense of belonging. Like I was connected to everything and everyone around me. It was a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination, or a sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me. A crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
I felt an amazing sense of belonging. Like I was connected to everything and everyone around me.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Bye. Commissary Anderson and Stina Roof.
Low maintenance. My kind of plant.
My kind of plant too, because... yeah.
Nah, I have work to do.
Coffee!
Damn good coffee.
Okay.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
Could we take it with us?
It's a map of Nordsund. Looks like the center of the disc is hollow. Curious.
Wait, disc? That's our room, or our quarters over there where we're going to be staying, right? What's this way? Oh, okay. Where's the jail cell? My kind of plan. Is it plastic? No.
Empty. Probably for opening the cells.
You think?
Empty. Unmanned. Makes sense with...
Makes sense with no people in here. Right, let's go see the commissary. He's probably going to give us a rundown of what we're looking for as far as the murder is concerned. Then we can go in our office and check out our stuff.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordsund Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordsund, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Alright. Right, but now I'm here, I'll assume that you'll check with me before cleaning out the future crime scenes. Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem. Exactly what kind of power does Town Hall have?
Sorry to hear that. I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just a city problem, huh?
You have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending half my time arguing with those fools.
One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic.
Okay.
Dr. Persson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Alright, and we can also go to the apartment where the murderer, when Maya was murdered, right?
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
I was asking about the other stuff.
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer.
Nephew?
He's a law and order kind of person.
Okay.
Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
It could be boys and fishing, right?
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more.
Alright.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Okay. Alright.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
Alright, so okay, root around his place.
I guess Anderson has a colleague.
Okay.
A small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordson, it seems. A collection of what seems to be both fiction and books on law and social sciences. If that's all Anderson's, he's quite well read.
No, it doesn't mean he's reading them, does it?
The drawer is labeled Address Records. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa.
Okay.
Let's have a look. I don't need to look that up. I don't need to look that up. I don't need to look that up. As expected, nothing new. I don't think I need to look him up. Not a bad idea. I don't think I need to look. Yeah, this just confirms what Anderson told me.
Alright. So you might as well click on stuff while you're there because you can mark it all as you've already done it, right? So when you come back later with more info, you know what the new bits are, right?
Just lots of case
It's like
files.
magic. A
Looks
large
like a
book.
logbook. Maybe Anderson records his daily work there. The window offers a view over a street that connects to the town square.
Alright, let's scan. See if his colleague has been doing dirties at his desk. Can we see marks of blood or semen on his desk or on his feet? Scan Carl's below. Has Carl been in here? Right. So, I think we might. We can go to the clinic now. We can also should be able to go to Yeah, it would be. I mean, you never know, right? Until you look, you just don't know, right? What is that there? Look, it looks like, is that? Oh, it's a piece of paper or something. So we'll go and visit our room where we're staying. Then we can go to the clinic to ask about the murder of the first victim, or we can go to the house of the first victim, right? There's a couple of weeks we can go after that. I can go to the road where the flowers are as well. So this is where we're staying, right?
Maybe later.
We got
I'm
a
not that hungry.
stove to cook.
No, I'm not.
We got a bed. We got a
Nice
plant.
big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions.
So we got a little lemon tree and a plant that's got one lemon hanging on it. Interesting.
There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
Ah!
A bottle of molding resin. I can use this to cast different shapes. It might also work as a glue.
Nice. Robot.
Looks purely decorative. Doesn't appear to be functional. There's not even a switch or anything.
Now, didn't we have Didn't he say when we got here that I've put all your stuff in your room? I put your bags in your room. Now I don't see nothing in here, right? I see nothing. Oh, look at this. Look at the mold on this this corner of this stove here. That's not good, is it? That's actually pretty awful looking. Where is it? I can't see it. Right, so there's a couple of things we can do. We got a lead to look at about the saffron, which is down here. We can look in the clinic for the autopsy for the last one. We can obviously we're gonna have to go back to go in that building as well to look for the to check out the murder scene. Let's go up here first and look for the saffron.
I should go visit the morgue before I head off to Mimir Road.
Right, we gotta go look at the body first, though. Then we can go look at the apartment. Then we can go look at the saffron. Yeah. That's a big
Healthy-looking plant. An old freight elevator of some kind, likely out of order. A list of admitted patients. I don't recognize any of the names. I'm guessing those contain patient files and such.
Maybe we shouldn't just look at
It's a map of the clinic layout. Looks like the morgue is down the stairs, to the left of the front desk.
Right. So morgue is down there. So let's go in here. Why not? Right? What's in here? Oh.
Various medical supplies. Looks like no patient is admitted at the moment. An old pre-collapse monitor, probably not connected to anything. Unused bandages. Would come in handy in a pinch.
All right.
A portable medical kit with all the essentials.
Oh, first aid kit, she's gonna pick that up.
A portable medical kit with all the essentials. A portable It's filled with cannulas, those little needle things used to connect an IV. I don't think I need one right now.
Okay.
I don't need any water.
I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed with scanning stuff. I haven't actually found anything outside of the first place, but maybe like when we find a body, for instance, when we find this body downstairs, maybe we can go in there and scan the body looking for, I don't know, something. Looking for maybe Carl's prints to see if he knew her, right? Right, so let's have we'll put this on, remember to put this on before we speak to the receptionist.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help.
Okay, is that